Hey everybody, it's Miss Smith. So today we're going to learn about orbital diagrams. So there's actually a couple of rules that you need to know to be able to fill out these orbital diagrams. But out of the last couple of days, the things that we've done, this is the easiest, okay? Literally, if you can count and draw arrows, you're going to do just fine. So this is pretty easy, but the reason why I even teach orbital diagrams is because it actually tells you how the electrons are moving in orbit. And so had we, if this was AP chemistry, this would come in handy and we'd be able to tell how the electrons are orbiting, which one's going to react, which one's not. So, but I do like to teach this skill because it goes hand in hand with electron configuration and it's like super easy, so you'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to go in my notebook and I'm actually going to go to another page and I'm going to write down, we have 3 rules for orbital diagrams. All right, rule number 1 is, hold on, I gotta find my notes real quick. Here they are. Okay, the rules. So rule number 1 is called the Aufbau principle. Aufbau principle. Now I know that's a crazy word. It is a guy's name that came up with this Aufbau principle. And that states that you need to fill the lowest energy first. Okay, now I know none of these rules are going to make any sense right now. It's okay, just bear with me, just write them down. The next one is called Pauli exclusion principle. Okay, you can have a maximum of 2 arrows per box, must have opposite spins. All right, rule 3. This is called Hund's rule. Oh, I put that apostrophe in the wrong place. Hund's rule. In this states you do all the ups first. Fill the ups first. Okay. Now, from this point on, I don't think you are ever required to draw these boxes I'm going to start drawing. I think these boxes are always given to you. So there's really not a need for me to teach you how to draw these boxes. I mean, if you really wanted to know, it's 1 box per section, you know, like 2S, 1S, 3P, whatever it is. And you get, for every 2 elements in that row or in that little section, you get a box. I mean, that's because 2P is 6 across, so I have 3 boxes. Okay. You know, 1S is 2 across, so it gets 1 box. All right. So let me show you how to do this. So I'm going to do this for carbon. All right. Now, all you've got to do is figure out how many electrons carbon has. So let's go look at carbon. Carbon is here. Carbon has 6. That's what that little 6 is. How many electrons I have. So I need to have 6 arrows. So I'm going to put a little 6 up there to help remind me. So let's follow the rules. So I need to fill the lowest energy first. So 1S and 2S, 1S is the lowest energy. This is a little bit higher. This is even higher. So this has to be filled before I go on to this one, and this has to be filled before I go into this one. So that's rule number 1. Fill the lowest energy first. Okay, rule number 2. Maximum of 2 arrows per box. Now the arrows represent electrons and how the electrons are moving around the nucleus. So the arrows are the electrons. So you can have a maximum of 2 electrons in a box, and these arrows must be going in opposite directions. So I can't have arrows that look like this. They can't be the same direction. Can't be like that. They have to be opposite of each other. All right. And then rule number 3 is that you fill the ups first. Now we're not going to have to do ups until we get to 2P, but I'll show you that. Now let me zoom in and let's do this. So I'm going to fill this in with this. Now I'm going to do half arrows just because it's faster. If you want to draw like full on, like full arrow, the fine, I don't care. In your practice problems today, they're actually half arrows. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't change the meaning. Arrows are electrons, always. Okay. So I have 6 electrons that I need to put down. So listen to me count. I'm going to go 1, 2. Now, I just followed rule number 1, which is where I fill the lowest energy first. And I followed rule number 2, 2 arrows per box, and I have an up and a down. You can never have 2 ups and 2 downs. It's always an up and a down in a single box. All right, so this is full. So I can now go on to 2s. 3, 4. Okay, that is full as well. Now, 2p, okay, I've got 4 already. I only need 2 more. Now, Hund's rule, this is where Hund's rule starts coming in. You got to do the ups first, because let me do this wrong first and I'll show you. So don't write this down. This is wrong. This is what most people want to do. They want to do an up and a down in the same box. That is not correct, okay, because you didn't do all of your ups first. So what you do is you do 1, 2, like that, okay, and that's it. And so to check yourself, you just make sure you have 6 arrows, and that's it. Now, let's say that an orbital diagram, this is what this is, an orbital diagram. So let's say that your orbital diagram is already written, your arrows are already filled in. All you have to do is count the arrows and then find the element with that number of electrons. That's all that is. Okay, so let's do another one. All right, so let's do iron. So I'm going to go ahead and draw these boxes. So I've got 1s, 2s, 3s. I know these are terrible boxes, not 3s. It should be 2s. 2p, excuse me. 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, and see, this is going to be 3D, and 3D has 5 boxes. Okay, so now iron, going back up to the periodic table, here is iron right here. It has 26, so we're looking for 26 arrows. All right, so I'm going to go 1, 2. Okay, did an up and a down, fill the lowest energy first. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, did an up and a down, filled the next lowest energy first. Okay, so that's 4 so far. Now watch how I put these into 2p. So I have 4 already. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's Hund's rule. Do the ups first and then go back and do your downs. So that's 10. So I'm going to keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and we're trying to go to 26, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, now if you notice when I did 3D, I should say 3D, I did all the ups first, and then I came back and did the downs.